Hello, Chad here. I am going to show you the templates and the campaign flow for a McVay class using Infusionsoft that I've set up. I this is the first time I've done this, so I'm not claiming that I think I've got it perfect, and I think we're going to have to work out some bugs, but I just wanted to share with you where we're at. So, uh, in the campaign builder, you can go into view campaigns. Obviously, I'm already logged in here. So here is the template, and the way that people are going to register for classes will be two ways, either through an email or through a web link that could go either on American Home Guardian's website, on Facebook, on both McVay's Facebook and American Home Guardian's Facebook, or from email that can be sent from any of the American Home Guardian sales reps and the McVay school. So I just want to show you that there's two ways to communicate here. So I'm going to go back to the list and I'm going to start with the email, and this is done in a class template. So I'm going to go to my templates for emails, and we've got a invite template. This is pretty straightforward. All of these things are completely customizable. This is, again, just an example, and I don't want you to think that this is exactly what it's going to be, because obviously I need input from everybody. The contact owner is who's going to be signed from the campaign, and I'll get back to that in a minute. Subject, need some content there. And then here is what the email is going to look like. You're invited, class, date, time, topic, cost, and then ultimately what we're trying to do is get people to click here to register for the class. So just more on what the template will look like here, and I'll send everybody copies of this. So once somebody gets the email, they're going to click here, and it's going to take them to a registration form. Now, from the invitation, you're going to know the date, and so I'm going to just enter what I set up as my fictitious class, and I'm going to say and I'm going to enter my Gmail address because I've already submitted a registration once. If somebody does this more than one time, they won't keep getting emails for the same event, and this is an area that I'm going to needing to refine. But anyway, so we're going to submit registration, and then they're going to get a thank you for signing up, and as you can see here, it's personalized. Then it's telling them to go check their email inbox for all the event details. Okay, I went into my Gmail and open up the email from Carrie, and this is what it looks like when you get it. So again, personalized thank you for RSVPing for the real estate ethics class. Again, this is a merge field right here. Below is a summary of all the class details, the date, another merge field, and as you can see right here, if somebody's got a Gmail address, you can add it to the calendar automatically. Pretty nice feature. And most web-based emails will do this. The location, some fictitious training center. And then here we're notifying the people of the class. American Home Guardian has graciously offered to assist with the coordination of this event. If you have any questions, it's got direct contacts for Tiffany and Carrie, or obviously they can contact the McVays. Okay, so I've jumped back to Infusionsoft, and I'm just going to go to the campaign builder, back to the McVay class template. And so I'm going to show you what happens after somebody fills out the email link and they get the email from us. So the very first thing is a series of sequences. Let me bring it all into the screen here. So the first thing that happens is we're going to apply a tag, and in this case it's just a generic tag, and we'll talk more about this later. McVay class tag, and I'm just going to send that or save that. And then from here, we're going to assign it to an owner, which would be whoever the AHG person is that's assisting in the coordination of the event. Again, this is totally customizable. Any one of our reps, anybody can do it. In this case, I'm just using Carrie. This is just showing you what has occurred already. So you will get this email. This is a copy of what has been sent. I showed you that in my Gmail. And then the next thing is you'll also get a notice that somebody has signed up for class. So this is just a simple email just so you can keep track of how many people are attending class. Again, merge Phil's first name, last name, has registered for class on, and it's got the date. I can put merge fields, I can do the name of the class, whatever. I've done that here. Registration notice for, this is the class, date, and time. So pretty simple. That'll just be communication. And then anybody that we want to copy on it, we can just add them here. For American Home Guardian staff, if you're going to add multiple email addresses, you cannot put a name here. So if you're going to have the McVays copied on it, Carrie, Tiffany, Josh, whatever, you just don't put a name here. So to illustrate what the email looks like when you get the registration notice, here is what the email looks like. Chad Forbush is registered for class on January 2nd, 2014. As you can see right here, registration notice for real estate ethics, January 2nd. So that'll be pretty straightforward and easy to manage. Okay, I just jumped back to Infusionsoft, and so now I'm going back to the sequence. So I just showed you the emails where somebody just signed up. Then what we have is a time delay here. And this is something that we'll have to make sure that this timer is configured 1 day before the actual event for every class that we do, and it's pretty straightforward. You just enter the date, you choose it off of the calendar, pretty straightforward, and then you choose the time that you want the email to be sent. So in this case, I'm not going to make any changes. And then another email gets sent that's saying, just a quick reminder about the class tomorrow, and then it's got the date and the time, location, address, and then, special thanks to our sponsors. We're looking forward to seeing you in class. I can put whatever we want in here. So right now this is just a generic template. And so now I'm going to go. That is all that happens before a class. Then the next thing that's going to happen is people are going to go to class. I just want to show you one more thing here. As people move through the campaign, there'll be numbers here indicating, there's people pending, or there's progress, or so we'll see here. So I've got 3 tests in here, but it hasn't got to the date of the event yet. So it'll show me that I've got 3 people waiting to get to the reminder email that's going to be coming here. This is a good way for us just to check who's in the queue, what's coming on. If I click on the people, it'll take me back to the contacts, and you can see everybody that's in the contacts. We will take this step, and this is going to be a manual step in all the classes. We're going to eventually put a tag on every one of the contacts. This would just be actions, apply or remove a tag. And then the next tag would be, in this case it would be attended McVay class. I'm slightly ahead of myself here, so I'm going to go back. To the campaign builder, McVay class template, okay. And that would occur when the HG reps are physically at the class and we know who's there. So we still need a roster. They've got to sign in, or we've got to at least know the people so that we can apply the tag. So that would be in this action. So this is the tag that gets applied from the last step here, everybody that was invited. The reason that we have this here is we obviously don't want to proceed sending follow-up emails if somebody, for whatever reason, didn't show up for the class. So after the class, the next sequence, let me get it all on the screen here, would be after the tag is applied, 2 days after the class. Again, this is a completely variable. I'm just setting this up for, the class was on the 2nd. I just did 2 days. Again, it's the same calendar. Pick your day, pick your time, whatever. It's easy. They're going to get an email that's customized and personalized from American Home Guardian. So in this email, it's dear, again, merge fields. Just a quick note to say thank you for attending the McVay, and then this is the merge field from the class, and let you know it was American Home Guardian's pleasure to sponsor the class and support you in your real estate business. Attached to this email is a copy of HG's brochure. Don't hesitate to call. So you can see all this here. So this would be the last thing that they get from us from this class, and then we can develop this further. When we have more classes, then we'll go and search by who's attended, and we go through there. So that is the way somebody would sign up and how they would be managed through an email campaign. So going back to the campaign and going to a web link registration, I can do a lot more in a web link than I can in an email. And so I'm just going to show you what it looks like when we have a web form. If somebody clicks the link, it's going to say basically the same thing that the flyer did, but I can format these a little bit better, and they're a lot more detailed. So same basic concept, the McVay header. It looks like I need to update with the class date information here. You're invited to join us for continuing education class. And again, all this is customizable. We can do whatever we want. And so this is just a template of, a link that we can put on our websites that could be, any number of things that we can do. Same thing here. Fill out the form, provide your information. Because it's a web hosted thing, this is not coming directly from an email, and anybody that wants to Google this and search it and all those types of things will be able to find it. So we do want to put the security and the CAPTCHA code in there. It's pretty straightforward. After this is done, I just went back to the campaign and so this is, I showed you the URL and what it's going to look like. After this is done, it's the exact same process. Whoops, I clicked the wrong button, I apologize. Same sequence. They're going to get a thank you. It'll look exactly the same as the other one. It'll be automatically emailed to them. And then it comes back into the campaign here, which is basically just a repeat of what we just covered with the email campaign. So apply the McVay tag, assign it to an owner, confirmation email, notify whoever wants to be notified about class attendees, and then wait for a reminder, and then send out an email reminder. Then they attend the event, and then a couple days after the event, which is what this timer is, then they get the follow-up, say thanks for attending. So that's where I'm at right now. More to come. Just wanted to share this, and we need an actual example. So start to build it to be specific. I will let you watch this, and then give me a call when you have a chance. Thanks.